Hi everybody, I hope you guys are doing so well. This is Daphne Agoda, small business strategist. I have my assistant here with me. It's my daughter.
Hi.
My 13-year-old daughter Maya. She's here with me. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing so well. And then we're just stopping by. We say happy month of September. I hope you guys are what you guys are doing. If you are in business like us, like somebody who want to get paid, sometimes not even want to work but want to get paid. Okay. All right. So we're just stopping by here because this is the month of September, and first of all, let me just say thank you to all my clients and to each and one of you on Instagram who've been following us as well. Thank you for your messages, and thank you for reaching out to us, for calling our assistant. We truly appreciate it. So this is my daughter, my only child, Maya, which happened to be my assistant because I want her to understand the business, and when I get older, so because I want to go to and sit at her house and eat all her food and make mess everywhere, open her cabinet doors and don't close it,
All right, Mom.
and I'll be calling her every second. Maya, I'm hungry. Maya, what's for dinner? Maya,
what about when I'm working? Hello.
Maya, come back here. I need water. I need juice. I need everything. So that's why I told her. I keep telling Maya, whenever she purchases her house, I'll go to the house first, and she better give me a key. And so I can go to her house, and so I can make mess, so I can open her door, so I can leave all the cabinets open, so I can eat all her food, and I can call her and complain as well. So that's what we're going to do. But anyway, I wanted to stop by here and to just, guys, let you know that it is so important that you need to have an assistant in your business. And if you are using your children as your assistant, well, you're hiring them, you need to do that in your LLC. And hey, contact your accountant so you can set that up, because you will need help. Certain things you cannot do for yourself, by yourself. You will need help in your business to get everything done. So as of for me, Maya's been helping me as far as email, checking on clients. So basically I have two assistants. Maya's number 2 and I have a number 1. And one other thing with Maya, she just want me to pay her via what's your app name? Greenlight. So she get paid via Greenlight, and if you don't know Greenlight, you can use it for your kids, and you have control over the money. And if you want to deposit money to your children's account, you can do that as well. And I think they have like one of the thing that you can invest.
Yeah, they have stock, but there's also another thing called Step, but that's really for but that you can do that for teenagers, and it can build up credit.
Yeah. We talked about that. Yes. So, and one other thing that I see that's happening, and I've been exploring these days, is just like, if you want your kids to have good credit from now, although if they're like, I think you have to be 18 or something for credit, but I was reading somewhere that you can add them as an authorized user, and you don't give them the card, and then that can help them with credits. So, anything you want to say, Maya, with the business journey being an assistant before we go?
You have to get up early. You have to do your work. Make sure that you do everything right. Try to, and also do your best. I've been working as an assistant for my mom all summer because this is my first year back at school. So I wanted to make sure that I would get the stuff that I wanted for school. So, and knowing my mother, it would be very, very, very hard for her to give me the money for free. So
we don't do free here.
If I really want free money, I'll just ask Dad. But but she pays more, so she's the obvious choice if you really need money.
Because I won't give it for free, and you need to work for it.
One thing, like when you have Scholastic book fairs at school, she'll give you money. Like she used to when I used to have Scholastic book fairs at school. She used to give me money. Before Mom started the business, she used to give me money all the time. Now,
no free money, nothing is free in America. You need to work for it.
Every day.
Yes, that's what it is. So basically, guys, if you have kids and you're in business, I want you to have a conversation with your children about money. And this is one of the programs that I'm having this fall, coming in the third week of September. I want to teach kids the value of money, the value of money, the importance of credit, and also how to invest in the stock market. And I want them to understand how they can be an entrepreneur at an early age. I know Maya, she always say, I don't want to take your business over, and I respect that.
Not really, because when you work in a hospital and you have patients, it's kind of gonna be a bit hard.
Yeah. When you get older, we'll talk a lot about that. But I want to make sure that this fall I will teach your kid. Listen, if your kids only want money and want to buy games, video games, and spend time only watching TV, you can go to my website, daphneladvidal.com, or you can call my office, 215-302-4245, extension 102, where you can speak to my assistant regarding this program that's going to start in the third week of September. It's going to be every Saturday from 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time until 11:45. I want people are talking about in the African American community or the Haitian community about the importance of wealth. And so what I'm seeing is like some parents are not teaching their children how to understand wealth, how to understand credit, how to understand what is credit, what is investing, what is the stock market. Okay, so it's so important that we need to do that. We need to have that conversation, and I know some of you don't have time really to do that. So in September we'll be able to do that and have that conversation. So as of me,
if I have to learn, you have to learn.
That's it, because we want to make sure that when we getting older, we want our children to be proficient. We need to be self-reliant. We don't want them to depend on men. We want them to be able to do.
That's a big thing for her.
Yes, I don't want my daughter to depend on anyone. I want her to depend on herself, because she will have everything ready for her to do. So we need to start teaching them how to do that already. So as of for me, I'm about to go. Anything you want to say to everybody and all the kids who are about to watch?
I hope that you guys learn this, because it can help you. It may be boring, that you think it may be boring at first, but when you get the money, it's not going to be so boring anymore. When you go to GameStop and purchase that stuff with either your mother's card or your own card, trust me, it's going to feel nice. When I purchased, I really don't remember, but I remember the first thing that I purchased with my Greenlight card, and I was really happy because I went to the mall with my aunt when you were in Florida for her birthday, and Tati took me to Green Acres Mall, and I paid for Tati Fifi's lunch. Tati Fifi and Katie's lunch, my cousin and my aunt, I paid for their lunch at the mall, and it was really fun. It was fun. My aunt just looked at me, she's like, I'm like, yeah. She was really happy, and we ate our lunch, and I had a good time, and Mom gave me the money.
I didn't give you the money. You worked for it.
She gave me the money from Florida, but I did have to work a week before, and I worked lots of weeks before I went. This whole summer, I've been working to get the money at the end of the summer to buy my things that I want, because when you buy your own things with your own money, you don't really have to depend on waiting for people to buy you stuff. Like when I used to wait for my mom to give me money for this Scholastic book fair, or to buy me something that I saw that was really cute at Ross, and she's like, no, you can't get that, which every parent does, especially if you have a Haitian parent, but everyone here probably does. But they don't really let you get things. They do, but they don't when they're like, you don't really need that. But if you have your own money, you don't have to depend on someone else to buy that for you. You can buy yourself, like, oh, that's fine. I have my own card. I work, then I have my own money. I'll just get it for myself. And that's a really good thing.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to instill in my daughter, how to depend on herself, and also how to think. So before we go, so this summer, I encourage Maya, because Maya is a reader. A vid reader. Maya is a reader. So, and I enjoyed it.
I spent like maybe $57 on books.
Yeah, like weekly. Yeah,
Yeah.
Maya spent lots of money on books. I
Yes.
mean, if you come to Maya's room, you'll see
I
she
think
spent lots of money. She spent her money, my money, her
Daddy's
dad's
money,
money,
on my
her
aunt's
aunt's money on books. So
I spent everyone's money on books. In fact,
so this summer, I made her read Rich Dad and Poor Dad, the book.
oh yes, that book. Mommy made me read this book, and at first I'm like, oh my gosh, Mom, your books aren't really the thing that. Because I noticed the only books Mommy really reads are business books, and me, I like fantasy books. I like thriller books, but. Oh, I really love thriller books. I love mystery books. Mystery books are my favorite. The amount of money that I spent on mystery books is insane. I spent lots and lots of money in books. I read practically every genre except business because that wasn't really my thing. But after reading that book, I'm like,
Rich Dad and
yeah, I'm like,
and
well,
Poor Dad.
yeah, I'm like, well, this is kind of interesting because it was just giving me a bunch of information. I'm like, huh. And when I didn't get something, I would just Google. I'm like, oh wait, that made sense, and I learned a lot. So when I'm older, guess who's gonna be wealthy?
And guess who's going to sleep at your house?
Guess whose
And you
food
promise-
I'm gonna have to pay for? Because
My food.
Mommy loves fish. This woman eats fish. She eats fish. Banan, oh my gosh! And guess who's gonna be paying for this fish and banan? Who's gonna be paying for her plane ticket to Haiti when she wants to go get her favorite poisson? Me. It's gonna be all on me.
Yes. Yes.
Cause it seems.
Merci tout le monde qui t'a regardé. On va dire tout le monde merci.
Oh, well, thank you.
Merci tout le monde qui t'a regardé. On va dire tout le monde qui parle créole, yo tout merci.
Oh right, I have to say it in Creole.
Yeah.
I said, oh, merci tout le monde qui a regardé.
Bon après-midi tout le monde. Thank you. Yeah, ma parle créole pour moun qui pa ve comprendre. Lè nou rencontre, elle pa di rien mal parce qu'elle a venu dire exactement ça dit ya. OK? Li gen pa vle répondre nous, but li pa vle répondre nous, but la venu do exactement ça dit ya parce qu'elle parle créole. So, m souhaite que nous que nous comme ça. So, cuz I want to make sure that my daughter also when she gets older, whatever she wants to do, if she want to be the president of the United States or whatever she wants to do.
That's too big. I want to be a surgeon. Heart surgeon.
She wants a heart surgeon.
Yes, I'm gonna be. If anyone, when I'm about in my late 20s, because there's 4 years of college, 4 years of medical school, 2 years of intern year, 5 years of residency, then I become a fellow, then I become an attending. But after all that, if any of you people happen to need my help, my Lagardelle MD. I'm very excited for that to put that on my name.
But what I really want her to do, I want her to be the person that she wants to be. Do things that she wants to do that's going to bring joys into her life. More importantly, I want anything that she will do she will be able to that will benefit the Haitian community. And that's one of the reasons why I want her to speak Creole. I want her to understand Creole because I want her, just in case God forbid if I passed on, I just want her to be my legacy because she's my legacy, and I want her to be able to also help the Haitian community, and that's very important to me, and she knows that already.
Yes.
And I will do everything that I can for that to happen.
Mommy assures me that when I'm older, whatever job career that I'm gonna have, I'm always gonna have Haitian clients. I'm like, Mom, are you sure about that? She's like, yes, you will. I believe that you will have Haitian clients. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, and even now, Mommy doesn't really speak English that much. She always speaks Creole. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? And she's like, oh, and then she says it in English. After she says it like 3 times, like to make sure that I get it. But she used to always speak Creole with me. And then I think it was when we went on vacation that I learned more about it. That I came back speaking more Creole. I came back more advanced after we went on vacation.
Yes. So I take Maya to Haiti with me every year. So she knows her heritage, so she can spend time with her grandparents.
I love it.
And also she can do community work. Last time we went, because of COVID, we didn't do anything. But the year prior, we gave out candies in the church to people.
Yeah.
Maya wanted to do that. And
yeah, we gave out lollipops. That was fun.
yeah, and also one other thing. Also, I want Maya to understand that where her parents came from. I came from nothing to build what I have right now, and I hope that she always remember that, and so she can be a blessing to other people. And one other thing that I've started with her ever since she was like about 4 or 5 years old, I will take her to the shelter with me on Thanksgiving. She'll
Actually,
give.
no, not when I was 4 or 5. Cause
I was like 7, 6, 7.
No, 7.
7.
7, 8.
7,
maybe
8.
Maybe 8, 9, or 10.
Yeah.
Because that was when you worked at the shelter. You didn't work there. We used to work at the hospital when I was little. But yeah, we went to. Mommy took me to the shelter, and we fed the homeless. That was fun.
Yeah.
We worked in the.
So I hope that I can do that often, but because of COVID, I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do that. I want Maya to understand that her privilege. When I say privilege, I'm not talking about in any other sense people would think of it, but from my perspective as a parent who came from Haiti, who didn't have anything, who learned how to speak the language, who had to put myself to school, and I did it. So I want her to understand that it wasn't easy. So anything that she's going to benefit from me, whether when I pass on or as I'm still alive, I want her to always remember her heritage, that she is a Haitian African American, period. And there was no taking the Haitian out of it. There was no cutting it out. It's going to be first. And I want her to be humble. And when I'm talking about being humble, I'm not talking about, trust me, people will not walk all over my daughter because she's going to be a mini-me. But at the same time, I want her to understand how to be a blessing to other people. I want her to understand how not to take people for granted, how not to take life for granted, how not to take even the air that she's breathing for granted, and also how to be respectful. And
which is also why in my school I'm also like very vocal when we're talking about the environment in science class, because I see lots of articles, actually, Mom, on the news that says the world might not, with all this global warming, all the trash that's in the street, everything that's happening to our world, even if the kids who are born now, who may live longer, the world itself may not even make it to 2050. And right now, we're in 2021.
So
we are almost about to be in 2030, which is 20 years away from 2050, which means our world itself may not make it to 2050
because of
global warming
and all the trash.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is something that it's a very sensitive subject. We talked about that also, and then we discuss sensitive subject among us, because I want my daughter to have a voice, and then to see what really out there. I don't want people to just go ahead and tell her. One of the things that I think myself and her father has been doing that is very exceptional to us is the fact that I don't let the school teach my daughter what she needs to know, because since she isn't in a school that is predominantly white, I make sure that she will get all the books that talk about our people, what they've done, they've been struggling, the reality, and certain things that I don't go into details with her, but I make sure that I explain it a way for her to be curious, and for her to want to know and understand what it is. And sometimes I'll be telling her, well, when you're in college, you will find the truth, because I don't want her to go to her classroom and tell her teacher, well, that's not true. You said this yesterday.
Yes, once there was something about the Louisiana Purchase that my teacher was talking about, and my dad showed me a video that weekend prior to when I went back to school about the Haitian history, and I'm like, wait a second, isn't it because of Haitian people that the Louisiana Purchase was available? But I didn't say that. I thought about it, but I'm like, that's not correct. That's not right. That is not what I learned from my mother and father.
Okay. So I just want you guys to, if you have children. I just want you to guys to have conversation with your kids. Don't let people dictate what you should tell your kids and what you shouldn't. And I think having an honest conversation is a very good thing. And that being said, we out. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you so much for being here. We truly appreciate your input. Thank you for the badge. We appreciate that as well. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Ciao.